So the last type of problems we're going to look at in this section are interest problems. So money that's deposited into a savings account is called the principal, and then the additional money that you gain based on a percentage of that principal is called interest. So remember that percent means divided by 100. So 4% means 4 divided by 100, which as a decimal would be 0.04, or 4 hundredths, and this is also read as 4 hundredths. So example 3 says if $2,000 is put into an account that earns an annual interest rate of 2.8%, how much interest is earned in 1 year? So the interest is the additional money that you gain, which is a percent of your principal. So in this case, we want to know what is 2.8% of the $2,000 that we put into the account. So 2.8% means 2.8 divided by 100. Of means to multiply, and $2,000. So if we take 2.8 divided by 100 times 2,000 on our calculator, we get $56 in interest. So a person invested a total of $5,000 into 2 different accounts for 1 year. One account earned 3.5%. and the other earned 0.8% annual interest. Now the total interest earned was $73.75, and we want to know how much was invested into each account. So again, we're going to let this question help us define our 2 variables. So X is going to be the money put into the account that's earning 3.5% interest. And we're going to let Y be the amount of money that they put into the account earning 0.8%. So now if we write a set of equations based on the information that was given in the paragraph, we were told that the person invested a total of $5,000, and so X plus Y would have to be equal to $5,000. And we were also given the constraint that the total interest earned had to be $73.75. Okay, so the interest is based on the percent of the amount put into the account. Okay, so we would have had to take 3.5%, so 3.5 divided by 100 times the amount put in that account, which was X, plus 0.8%, so 0.8 divided by 100 times the amount of money put into that account. And that total interest was $73.75. So now we're asked to solve the system using the intersect feature on your calculator. So to do this, we need to first have 2 equations need to be solved for Y. So if we take our first equation and solve for Y, we would subtract X from both sides. And so we would get Y equals 5,000 minus X. Okay. Our second equation, to get Y by itself, we would start by subtracting 3.5, so let's rewrite this. So if we take 3.5 divided by 100, we're going to get 0.35X. And if we take 0.8 divided by 100, 0.008Y equals $73.75. So on this one, if we were to solve for Y, we would begin by subtracting 0.035X from both sides. So it would look like this. And then to get Y by itself, we would divide by 0.008. So we would get Y equals this whole quantity divided by 0.008. Now we could simplify over here, but solve for Y, we just need Y equals some expression with no Y. So this is good enough. Okay, so on our calculator, we would push Y equals, and we're going to put this next to Y1, and we're going to put this next to Y2. All right, so in my calculator, next to Y1, I've got my 5,000 minus X. And next to Y2, the parentheses, 73.75 minus 0.035x, parentheses, and then all of that divided by 0.008. Now, we have $5,000 that we're investing, so we're going to let our min amount invested in the account be 0, and the maximum that could be put in one of those accounts is $5,000. And then we're going to try Zoom and 0. To let the calculator do the work on Y min and Y max. And we do see an intersection point on screen, so we can use the intersect feature. So we're going to hit second calc, button 5 for intersect, and then we're going to push enter, enter, and enter. And so our intersection we get at the point 1,250 and 3,750. So we push y equals, we entered our values, our two equations, and then for window, we set x min to 0. The minimum we could put in that account was $0. The max would be 5,000. And then we pushed graph. No, sorry. We pushed zoom 0 so that the calculator would automatically adjust y min and y max for us. And we could see the intersection on screen, so then we could push second, trace, and 5. And then we pushed enter, enter, enter. And we got an ordered pair of 1,250 and 3,750, and both of these are in dollars. So our final answer here is that they invested $1,250 in the account that earned 3.5% and $3,750 in the account that earned 0.8%.